Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming back at you today with another Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be taking a little condensed look at the overall TWAB today, featuring all the Gambit changes, and this is actually the final TWAB before Witch Queen, so here we go. One of the biggest things that they revealed is the fact that Freelance Gambit is going to be arriving at the start of Season 16, so the moment the Witch Queen launches, you can finally log in and take part in Gambit and not have to worry about 3 to 4 stacks. It's all going to be solo players. It's actually pretty freaking exciting. When it comes to the blockers, there are a couple changes to those. The medium blocker, the Taken Phalanx, is now going to have some increased health. So whenever you throw 10 motes in, it's not going to seem like it's just something that people are going to be able to steamroll over. The large blocker, the 15 motes, is now going to offer stasis attacks, which is going to be quite a pain in the ass, in my opinion. And the biggest thing when it comes to the actual bank is, say there's a blocker on your side and you're going to start losing motes and you're going to start draining them away to the other side. If you're engaging with that blocker or you're really close by whenever they come in, the draining will pause. It will stop. So that's a pretty good thing. It's going to be nice to not sit there and have tons of these blockers just constantly taking everything away from you, especially if you're trying to take them all down with a primary weapon or something. All right. The next big thing is the Invader changes, and there's actually quite a few of them. So for those of you who like to go Invader, crazy, using Xenophage, any of that good stuff, here you go. Here's some good news for you. Level advantage is now disabled. Apparently this has been a thing for the entire lifetime of Beyond Light. They just never actually mentioned it. Invasions now trigger at 40 and 80 motes instead of every 25. So there's only going to be 2 invasions for that, pre-primeval section. Invasions cannot be saved anymore. So basically, whenever that portal opens, you're going to have X amount of time. They didn't say exactly how long until that portal window will close, and then you lose it. So you better take advantage of it or just utilize that correct moment, the moment that portal becomes available, to start invading and taking out your enemies. Invaders cannot see how many motes a player is carrying. This is huge for players that like to run around and try and get to those 15 motes, because that is the number one target for invaders, is looking for those high number counts and taking you out with Truth or Galahorn or Xenophage, something that's just that quick one-shot kill, which really is still going to be their tactic, but they're not going to know who they're shooting and how many motes they have. The other thing is the player's name is going to fade out when the invader is aiming down sight. So that's another huge one. I really think that this is something that should have been done a long time ago. Constantly seeing that little red name above everybody's head when they're invading is just a dead giveaway. When you're invading, you're meant to feel like this force to be reckoned with. And whenever you're ADSing, you're kind of hidden from the world, which is actually really, really nice. I like that. All right, so just like Trials Labs, we're also going to be getting some Gambit Labs in the future, and that's going to be to test out some new game modes. I think there was one called like Mote Thief or something like that, and there's another one where you're going to pick and choose when the portal opens. I don't know. It's absolutely crazy how that's going to work out. The other big thing is that the Drifter in general is getting the vendor rework, just like Saint 14 did for Trials of Osiris. He's going to have that wonderful option to focus your Ingrams, which is now going to allow you to sit there and pick what you want, which is really, really nice. It's long overdue since we've had the option to do so, and it's going to offer you both the ability to pick Gambit armor as well as weapons. Now, the big thing there, and I'm kind of bummed about it, is 3 of those main weapons are not going to be in the focusing pool at the start, which is a bummer. So Truth, Bygones, and the good old rocket launcher is basically going away. Not only are they not going to be in the focusing Ingram section, but they're being removed from the vendor altogether. So if you haven't already picked them up, now's a good time to go ahead and jump on that little section to get it while you still can. Yeah, that's it's a scary thing to say, but yeah, the weapons you are going to be able to get is the Crowd Pleaser, the Bottom Dollar, the Trinary System, Borrowed Time, and Servant Leader. I've been a huge fan of the Servant Leader since it was first introduced. I'm still hunting for that amazing god roll, and I will be focusing the crap out of every single Gambit Engram I can until I actually get one. I believe it's going to take 50,000 Glimmer and 50 Legendary Shards to go ahead and actually push a focusing Engram into effect. And I mean, it's not horrible. It could be way, way worse. Yeah, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much everything that I feel is 100% necessary to tell you about Gambit. I mean, the rest of it's a bunch of filler. I'm kind of bummed that we're not getting Bygones back. It's horrible. And Bad Omens has been like a staple as a void rocket launcher for since Forsaken, when it first came out with Gambit. And the fact that it's just being completely removed, I really hope the Throne World rocket launcher can not only replace it, but exceed it in every way as being just a decent void rocket launcher. Anywho, that's pretty much all the major Gambit changes. I may have missed one or two. If I did, you can sound off in the comments and tell me how much of an idiot I am. Other than that, be sure to go ahead and drop a like if you haven't already. Sub if you're brand new to the channel, and be on the lookout for more Destiny 2 content, because the countdown to Witch Queen is on. We are getting so close. It's not even funny at this point. Anywho, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.